Daily English Café.
Your cozy space for real-life English.
Hey, what does a normal weekday look like for you?
Do you wake up full of energy or do you hit the snooze button again and again?
Today, we're going to help you talk about your weekdays in clear, natural English.
Stay with us, and by the end of this episode, you'll be able to describe your whole week like a native speaker.
You'll learn useful words, real sentences, and friendly phrases that you can use right away.
And of course, you can repeat after us to practice your pronunciation and speaking.
Hi, friends, and welcome back to Daily English Café.
This is your cozy podcast to practice real-life American English, one conversation at a time.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Ryan.
Thanks for spending part of your day with us.
Today, we're talking about weekdays, those busy days from Monday to Friday.
For many people, weekdays mean work, school, and a lot of routines.
But weekdays are also full of stories, habits, and little moments we can talk about in English.
In this episode, we'll walk through a typical weekday from morning to night.
We'll share our own schedules and help you build your own weekday story in English.
We'll also teach vocabulary you can use with coworkers, classmates, and friends.
So grab a coffee or tea, relax, and let's get started.
First, let's make sure we all know the days of the week.
I'll say them slowly, and you can repeat after Sarah.
Monday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday.
Friday.
Great, those are the weekdays.
Now let's repeat them together in order.
Friends, repeat after us.
Monday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday.
Friday.
Awesome, that sounded great. Now let's talk about what we actually do on those days.
So, Ryan, would you say your weekdays are busy or relaxed?
I would say my weekdays are pretty busy, but I try to keep them balanced.
Same here. I'm usually busy, but I always look for small, quiet moments.
Let's start with weekday mornings because mornings often set the tone for the whole day.
Good idea. Mornings are where everything begins.
So, Sarah, what time do you usually wake up on a weekday?
On weekdays, I usually wake up around 7 a.m.
That sounds like a good time, not too early, not too late.
As soon as I wake up, I stretch a little and check the time.
On weekdays, I usually wake up a bit earlier, around 6:30.
Wow, you're an early bird.
A little bit, but I still love my bed.
Let's teach a couple of phrases here. On weekdays and early bird.
On weekdays means from Monday to Friday during the working days.
For example, on weekdays, I get up at 7.
An early bird is a person who wakes up early and feels good about it.
You can also say, I'm not an early bird if you hate waking up early.
Friends, repeat after us. On weekdays, I get up at 7.
On weekdays, I get up at 7.
And I'm not an early bird.
I'm not an early bird. After you wake up, what is the first thing you usually do, Ryan?
On a typical weekday, the first thing I do is turn off my alarm and sit up slowly.
Then what?
Then I drink a glass of water and check the weather on my phone.
I like that. Checking the weather helps you plan your clothes and your day.
What about you? What do you do after you wake up?
After I wake up, I usually open the curtains to let in some light.
Natural light in the morning feels really good.
Then I make my bed, because a clean bed makes my room feel organized.
That's a great habit. I'm still working on that one.
Making your bed is a small win at the beginning of the day.
Let's teach the phrase typical weekday.
Typical weekday means a normal day from Monday to Friday. Nothing special, just regular life.
For example, on a typical weekday, I wake up at 6:30 and go to work.
Friends, repeat after us. On a typical weekday, I wake up early.
On a typical weekday, I wake up early.
Great. Now let's move to breakfast time.
Yes, breakfast is an important part of many people's weekdays.
Ryan, do you usually eat breakfast on weekdays?
Yes, but I keep it simple, usually just coffee and toast.
That's a classic quick breakfast.
Sometimes I also eat scrambled eggs or a banana if I have more time.
On weekdays, I like to eat oatmeal with fruit and drink a cup of tea.
That sounds healthy and filling.
Let's teach a few breakfast words: toast, oatmeal, and filling.
Toast is bread that you heat until it's a little crispy.
Oatmeal is a warm cereal made from oats, often eaten with fruit or nuts.
And filling describes food that makes you feel full and satisfied.
Friends, repeat after us. My weekday breakfast is simple but filling.
My weekday breakfast is simple but filling.
Excellent. Now, let's move from breakfast to getting ready for work or school.
Yes, after breakfast, what do you usually do on a weekday, Ryan?
After breakfast, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and get dressed for work.
Do you pick your clothes in the morning or the night before?
Usually in the morning, but sometimes I prepare them at night when I'm organized.
On weekdays, I like to keep my morning routine short and calm.
What does your getting ready routine look like?
I brush my teeth, wash my face, and put on light makeup.
Then you choose your outfit for the day.
Exactly. I choose clothes that are comfortable but still professional.
Let's teach the word routine.
Routine means a set of actions you do regularly in the same order.
For example, my weekday morning routine is simple and quick.
Friends, repeat after us. I have a morning routine on weekdays.
I have a morning routine on weekdays. After we get ready, most of us go to work or school.
Right, and that usually includes a commute.
We talked about commute in another episode, but let's review it.
Commute means the trip between your home and your job or school.
Ryan, how long is your weekday commute?
On weekdays, my commute is about 30 minutes by car.
That's not too bad.
No, it's okay, but traffic can be heavy during rush hour.
Rush hour is another useful phrase.
Rush hour is the busy time when many people are driving or using public transport.
Usually, it's in the morning when people go to work and in the late afternoon when they go home.
Friends, repeat after us. I try to avoid rush hour.
I try to avoid rush hour.
Great. Now let's talk about what happens once we arrive at work or school.
On weekdays, what is the first thing you do when you get to work, Ryan?
The first thing I do is turn on my computer and check my emails.
That sounds very familiar.
Then I look at my calendar to see what meetings I have that day.
On weekdays, when I start work, I also open my laptop and check my schedule.
Let's teach some work vocabulary.
Email, meeting, and deadline are three important weekday words.
Email is a digital message that you send or receive on your computer or phone.
Meeting is a time when people get together to talk about work or projects.
And deadline is the final date or time when something must be finished.
Friends, repeat after us. I check my emails and my meetings at the start of my workday.
I check my emails and my meetings at the start of my workday.
And I try to finish my work before the deadline.
I try to finish my work before the deadline.
On weekdays, do you usually have a lot of meetings, Ryan?
Some days are full of meetings, other days are more quiet and focused.
How do you feel on a busy weekday with many meetings?
I feel productive but tired, so I always need a coffee break.
Coffee breaks are very important.
Yes, let's talk about breaks.
On a normal weekday, how many breaks do you take?
I try to take a short break every couple of hours, even just to stand up and stretch.
That's a healthy habit.
On weekdays, I also like to take a longer break at lunch to really relax.
Me too. Lunch is a great time to reset your mind.
Let's teach some lunch vocabulary.
lunch break, cafeteria, and to pack a lunch.
Lunch break is the time in the middle of the day when you stop working to eat.
A cafeteria is a place in a school or company where many people eat together.
To pack a lunch means to prepare your lunch at home and bring it with you.
Friends, repeat after us. On weekdays, I take a lunch break around noon.
On weekdays, I take a lunch break around noon.
And sometimes I pack a lunch, and sometimes I eat in the cafeteria.
Sometimes I pack a lunch, and sometimes I eat in the cafeteria.
Now let's talk about weekday afternoons.
Yes, the afternoon can feel long, especially on busy days.
On weekdays, what do your afternoons look like, Ryan?
In the afternoon, I usually focus on bigger tasks and important projects.
Do you feel more productive in the morning or in the afternoon?
I'm usually more productive in the morning, but I still try to do good work after lunch.
I'm the same. Mornings are my strongest time.
Let's teach two helpful adjectives: productive and distracted.
Productive means you get a lot of good work done.
Distracted means it's hard to focus because your mind is jumping to other things.
Friends, repeat after us. I feel productive on weekday mornings.
I feel productive on weekday mornings.
And sometimes I feel distracted in the afternoon.
Sometimes I feel distracted in the afternoon.
When you feel distracted on a weekday, what do you do?
I like to stand up, walk around a little, and drink some water.
That helps your brain wake up again.
Exactly. A tiny movement break can change your energy.
On weekdays, I also like to make a short to-do list when I feel distracted.
Let's teach the phrase to-do list.
A to-do list is a list of tasks you need to finish.
For example, I write a to-do list every weekday morning.
Friends, repeat after us. I keep a to-do list on weekdays.
I keep a to-do list on weekdays.
Great. Now let's move to the end of the workday.
That moment when you finally close your computer.
On a normal weekday, what time do you usually finish work, Ryan?
I usually finish work around 5 or 5:30.
That's a nice time.
Yes, of course, sometimes I stay late if I have a big project or a deadline.
On weekdays, I also try to finish around 5 so I can enjoy my evening.
When work ends, the second part of the weekday begins.
After work, many people go home, run errands, or exercise.
Run errands is another useful phrase.
To run errands means to do small tasks outside your home, like going to the bank or the supermarket.
For example, on weekdays after work, I sometimes run errands before I go home.
Friends, repeat after us. On weekdays, I run errands after work.
On weekdays, I run errands after work.
Great! Now let's talk about exercise on weekdays. Ryan, do you ever go to the gym on weekdays?
Yes, I try to go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week after work.
That's impressive.
It's not always easy, but I feel great afterward.
On weekdays, I like to take a walk in the evening instead of going to the gym.
Walking is such a simple but powerful exercise.
Let's teach some exercise vocabulary: gym, workout, and take a walk.
A gym is a place with machines and equipment where you can exercise.
To work out means to do physical exercise, often at the gym.
And to take a walk means to walk for exercise or relaxation.
Friends, repeat after us. On weekdays, I work out in the evening.
On weekdays, I work out in the evening.
And sometimes I just take a walk around my neighborhood.
Sometimes I just take a walk around my neighborhood.
We've talked a lot about work, school, and exercise on weekdays.
But weekdays also have small personal moments like hobbies and family time.
True. Even on busy days, we all need a little time for ourselves.
On weekdays, what do you like to do for fun in the evening, Sarah?
In the evenings, I like to read, watch a show, or call a friend.
That sounds relaxing.
Sometimes I cook a new recipe or practice a hobby like drawing.
On weekdays, I often play guitar for a little while or watch sports.
Hobbies help make weekdays more enjoyable. Let's teach some phrases for free time.
Free time, wind down, and quality time.
Free time is the time when you don't have to work or study.
Wind down means to relax slowly after a busy day.
Quality time means special time with people you care about, like family or close friends.
Friends, repeat after us. In my free time on weekdays, I like to read.
In my free time on weekdays, I like to read.
And in the evening, I wind down with a cup of tea.
In the evening, I wind down with a cup of tea.
And one more, I try to spend quality time with my family on weekdays.
I try to spend quality time with my family on weekdays. Now we want to help you talk about your own weekdays.
We'll guide you through a small speaking exercise.
We'll ask questions and you answer out loud in English. You can pause the audio if you need more time.
First question, what time do you usually wake up on weekdays?
Answer out loud now. On weekdays, I usually wake up at...
Great. Second question, what do you usually eat for breakfast on weekdays?
Answer out loud. For breakfast on weekdays, I usually eat...
Nice job.
Third question, what do you do after work or school on weekdays?
Answer, after work or school, I usually...
Excellent! You're building your own weekday story.
Now, let's hope you connect everything into a longer answer.
I'll give you a model, and you can change the details for your life.
Listen closely to the structure.
On weekdays, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. I eat a quick breakfast and get ready for work. I start work at 9 and finish around 5. After work, I sometimes exercise or run errands. In the evening, I eat dinner, relax, and go to bed around 11.
That's a clear and simple weekday description.
Friends, you can use this pattern and replace the times and activities.
You can even write it down and practice reading it aloud.
Now Ryan will share his weekday routine as a story.
Sure, here we go.
Go ahead.
On weekdays, I usually wake up around 6:30. I drink a glass of water, then I make coffee and eat some toast. After that, I get dressed and drive to work. My commute takes about 30 minutes. I start work at 8 and spend the morning checking emails and working on projects. At noon, I take a lunch break and relax for a little while. In the afternoon, I join meetings and try to finish my tasks before 5. After work, I sometimes go to the gym or run errands. In the evening, I have dinner with my family, play guitar, and watch a little TV. Finally, I get ready for bed and go to sleep around 10:30.
That was a great example of a weekday story.
Thank you.
Now I'll share my weekday routine as a story too.
I'm ready to listen.
On weekdays, I usually wake up at 7. I open the curtains, make my bed, and prepare a simple breakfast. After breakfast, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and sit down at my desk because I work from home. I start work around 8:30. In the morning, I answer emails, plan my tasks, and work on creative projects. At noon, I take a lunch break and maybe go for a short walk. In the afternoon, I continue working, join online meetings, and try to finish my to-do list. I usually end work around 5. After work, I sometimes meet a friend, go for a walk, or read a book. In the evening, I cook dinner, watch a show, and write 3 things I'm grateful for. I usually go to bed around 10:30.
That also sounded very natural and easy to understand.
Thanks. Now let's review some key phrases that help you talk about weekdays.
I'll say the phrase and Sarah will explain it.
Then you can repeat it after us.
On weekdays.
Means from Monday to Friday, not the weekend.
Typical weekday.
A normal, regular day with your usual routine.
Rush hour.
The busy traffic time when many people are traveling.
Lunch break.
The middle of the day break when you eat and rest.
To run errands.
To do small tasks outside your home, like going to the bank or supermarket.
Free time.
Time without work or study, when you can relax or enjoy hobbies. Friends, repeat after us and put the phrases together.
On a typical weekday, I am busy, but I always find some free time.
On a typical weekday, I am busy, but I always find some free time.
Great job.
Let's do one more.
I try to avoid rush hour and enjoy my lunch break every day.
I tried to avoid rush hour and enjoy my lunch break every day. Before we finish, let's talk about how weekdays make us feel.
Some people feel stressed during the week,
Others feel focused and productive.
and many people feel a mix of both.
On weekdays, how do you usually feel?
Do you feel calm, busy, excited, or tired?
Let's practice some feeling sentences.
Friends, repeat after us.
On weekdays, I sometimes feel stressed, but I try to stay positive.
On weekdays, I sometimes feel stressed, but I try to stay positive.
Most weekdays, I feel busy but satisfied with my work.
Most weekdays, I feel busy, but satisfied with my work.
I'm learning to balance work, rest, and fun during the week.
I'm learning to balance work, rest, and fun during the week.
All right, Ryan, I think it's time to wrap up.
Yes, let's bring everything together.
Today, we talked about how to describe your weekdays in English.
You learn vocabulary for mornings, work, lunch, afternoons, and evenings.
You practiced key phrases and built your own weekday story.
Now, we want to hear from you.
If you're watching or listening on a platform with comments, answer this question in English.
What does your typical weekday look like from morning to night?
Try to write at least 3 or 4 sentences.
Use some of the phrases you heard in this episode, like on weekdays, lunch break, or free time.
Your comment will help you practice writing and will inspire other learners.
And of course, we would love to read about your life.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow, subscribe, or share it with a friend.
Maybe share it with someone who is also learning English and wants to talk about their weekdays.
Thank you for spending part of your weekday with us here at Daily English Café.
We're proud of you for practicing and improving your English.
Keep going, keep listening, and keep speaking out loud.
Take care, have a great week, and remember to find small moments of joy in your weekdays.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.